Have you ever wondered why, despite working so hard, putting in effort every single day, and even taking on extra gigs, money still never seems to be enough? Why do some people seem to thrive with less income than yours, while you barely manage to get by at the end of the month? The answer, as painful as it may be, is simple. There's a truth nobody ever had the courage to tell you, and maybe you don't even want to hear it. The reason you remain poor isn't just about your salary, your job, or the economy. It's inside you. Yes, poverty is often a direct reflection of invisible choices, unconscious habits, and limiting beliefs that repeat themselves every day. But don't feel guilty just yet. This system was designed so you would never notice this. From a young age, you were trained to follow a path that takes you away from financial freedom. And the worst part? It seems comfortable, safe, even logical. But it's exactly this safe path that traps you. The problem is, no one will save you. If you don't stop now and face the truth, you'll spend your whole life chasing money that never arrives. Get ready, because what you're about to discover can change everything. If you keep watching, you'll never see money the same way again. Want to know why you stay poor? Then pay close attention to what's coming next. You don't get rich because you spend like you're already rich. It's that simple. And maybe this sentence annoys you a little at first, but look at this. How many times have you bought something just because you deserved it? Because it was cheap? Or because everyone else has it? This is the biggest saboteur of your financial life. You buy to feel like you belong, to prove something no one's even noticing, and forget that the money leaving your account today could be the same money building your freedom tomorrow. It's like filling a bucket with a hole in it and still celebrating because it's half full. The truth is, many people live trying to maintain an appearance they can't afford. They pay off a phone in 12 installments, subscribe to 5 streaming services, order delivery every week, but don't save even $10 a month. That's not comfort, it's a trap. And here's a reality check. Marketing knows exactly how you think. It knows when you're most vulnerable. It knows that when you see a product with 70% off today only, you'll act on impulse. And it knows even more. It knows you're afraid of seeming poor. That's what drives you. And that's what traps you. As long as you keep worrying about looking rich, you'll keep being poor. Financial freedom starts when you consume consciously, not emotionally. The truly rich person isn't the one who shows off, but the one who has the option to stop chasing money. But to get there, you have to do what most won't. Refuse the now to conquer the later. So, what about it? Are you willing to be different, or will you stay the same? Have you noticed that people who really have money tend to be discreet? They drive ordinary cars, wear simple clothes, rarely flaunt their achievements. Meanwhile, those who barely pay their bills make a point to show off the latest iPhone, brand name clothes, and installment vacations. This isn't a coincidence, it's behavior. The truly wealthy have understood something many haven't. Wealth isn't about spending, it's about maintaining. You might earn well, but if your lifestyle grows alongside your income, you'll never get anywhere. It's like running on a treadmill, effort without progress. The real turning point happens when you stop spending to impress and start investing to prosper. And that requires sacrifice. You may need to say no to an invitation, cancel that useless subscription, sell something you impulsively bought. It will feel like you're going against the flow, while everyone else keeps consuming wildly. But understand this, the crowd doesn't know where it's going. It just follows the current. If you want different results, you have to make different choices. Real wealth doesn't depend on luck, inheritance, or miracles. It demands discipline, patience, and above all, the courage to be criticized now, to be envied later. So stop comparing yourself, stop sabotaging yourself, and start today building your financial independence. One of the biggest poisons to your finances, and perhaps the most invisible, is the comfort of excuses. You've probably said or heard phrases like, nobody gets rich honestly, money only brings problems, or even, I earn too little, nothing's left over anyway. These phrases seem harmless, but they create a mental prison that stops you from acting. When you repeat this kind of thinking, you're basically convincing yourself it's not worth trying. And that's the first step to staying stuck. The human mind seeks coherence. If you believe you'll never get rich, your brain just stops looking for solutions. Because why look for a way out of a place you think you're doomed to stay in? Now, imagine flipping that switch. Instead of thinking, I can't save money, you start asking yourself, how can I save at least $10 this week? It may seem small, but this mindset activates what we call the opportunity mind. Instead of focusing on limitations, you focus on solutions. And when this becomes a habit, your behavior changes. Small actions create big transformations. This is how it starts, with the right question at the right time. Your poverty may not be your fault, but getting out of it is totally your responsibility. And the first step isn't a new bank account, it's a new belief in your mind. Have you ever thought that many times your poverty has more to do with automatic habits than lack of opportunities? The topic we're exploring now is brutally true. You're stuck in repetitive cycles that drain your money before it even has a chance to grow. These cycles start small. An impulse purchase here, an unnecessary installment there. And before you know it, you're trapped in a lifestyle that consumes every cent you earn. But the problem isn't just spending. It's not realizing why you spend. Many use consumption as an emotional escape valve. They feel frustrated, sad, or bored, and instead of solving the cause, they buy something to ease the symptom. But this anesthesia comes at a price, and it arrives with interest at the end of the month. Breaking these cycles isn't a matter of willpower, it's about awareness. You need to look inside and understand what's driving you to live in the red. Often, the root is in old traumas, family beliefs, or even a need to prove something to others. Until you identify and confront these triggers, you'll keep repeating the same pattern, expecting different results. The solution isn't just saving money, it's transformation. And that transformation starts with a simple habit: writing down every cent you spend. It may seem trivial, but it's one of the most powerful practices to break this invisible cycle and regain control of your financial life. It's time to face one of the biggest villains of your financial life: immediacy. Yes, it's what sabotages your long-term dreams in exchange for small, instant rewards. The problem is that immediacy isn't just a behavior, it becomes a lifestyle. You start wanting everything now: the new phone, the trendy clothes, the vacation in installments. And before you realize it, you're always trading what really matters for short bursts of pleasure. This mindset destroys any possibility of building wealth, saving, or investing. Because everything that arrives already has a set destination: consumption. But the most dangerous thing is that immediacy disguises itself as deserving. We work so hard, get so stressed, that we end up thinking we deserve to reward ourselves with a purchase. And there lies the danger, because deserving becomes an excuse for everything. You don't save because you think deprivation is unfair, but in practice, you're giving up your future for a present that disappears in seconds. The secret is to flip your mindset. Start associating pleasure not with immediate consumption, but with progress. Feel pleasure watching your account grow, paying off debt, accumulating financial knowledge. That is true freedom. Remember, those chasing quick pleasure stay stuck in a slow life. Another silent but devastating reason that keeps you poor is ignorance about how money really works. The truth is, the financial system was built to benefit those who understand it, and to exploit those who ignore its rules. And we're not talking advanced math or technical jargon. We're talking basic principles nobody taught us in school: compound interest, inflation, credit, investing, cash flow. If you don't know how money behaves, you live at its mercy. You become a slave to your credit card, hostage to loans, dependent on your paycheck, blind to opportunities passing right in front of you every day. Think about it. How many financial decisions have you made based on emotion or intuition? And how many times did you regret them later? That happens because of lack of information, clarity, and foundation. And until you understand the basics, that spending less than you earn is the first step, that investing means multiplying, not just saving, that debt can be a tool or a trap, you will continue to be manipulated by a system that profits from your ignorance. Knowledge is what separates those who make money work for them and those who work their whole lives for money. So if you want to escape poverty, your first investment must be learning. There's no shortcut. Another factor that keeps you poor, and few admit, is the victim mentality. This is an invisible trap that erodes your ability to act, take responsibility, and transform your own reality. When you believe everything is the government's fault, your parents, your companies, the crisis, or lucks, you hand control of your life to external factors. And as long as you believe the problem is outside, you'll never look inside. You'll never ask yourself, what can I do with what I have, the way things are? Victim mentality is comfortable because it lifts the burden off your shoulders, but it also condemns you to stagnation. This attitude puts you in a vicious cycle. You complain, revolt, compare, and freeze. Meanwhile, those who succeed make mistakes, learn, get up, adjust their course, and move forward. Understand this. Poverty isn't just a money issue. It's an attitude toward life. Those who refuse to be victims start seeing paths where before they only saw walls. They start looking for solutions instead of blaming others. They start creating opportunities instead of waiting for someone to save them. Change happens when you take the lead in your story, even when the situation is tough, even when no one believes. The world owes you nothing, and the sooner you accept this, the faster you'll begin to build a new reality. And here we reach another factor that keeps you poor, and perhaps the hardest to see. You don't value yourself enough to charge what you deserve. Many settle for low-paying jobs, accept being underpaid for quality work, or fear setting a fair price for their services. And all this because of a silent, corrosive reason: low self-esteem. When you don't believe in your worth, you sell yourself cheap. Worse, you start thinking you're even being helped by getting so little. You underestimate yourself so much, you don't even dare to ask for a raise, charge a delinquent client, or confidently promote your work. And guess what? The world notices, and it responds in kind. No one will pay you more just because you're nice or honest. People pay you for the value you deliver, and above all, for the value you believe you have. This isn't arrogance, it's clarity and courage. Clarity to understand the impact you create. Courage to set a fair price. As long as you accept crumbs, the world will keep offering crumbs. Change starts inside you. when you begin to see yourself as someone who deserves more. When you start investing in yourself, in knowledge, attitude, image, skills, the market notices. And when you stand firm, the world starts respecting you. We've reached the final part, and it's time to understand a truth many don't want to hear, but is essential to turn things around. No one will change your financial life for you except you. Stop waiting for the government, the boss, the market, or outside circumstances to get you out of this situation. While you keep throwing responsibility outward, your life remains stuck. You need to take full control, without excuses, without justifications. Self-responsibility is the only path for those who want to escape poverty and achieve financial freedom. It's tough, I know. It's uncomfortable to look inside and realize that the choices, habits, and beliefs you've cultivated are the biggest reasons for your current situation. But only when you accept this will you be able to change. You'll start planting the fruits you want to harvest. You'll understand that the power is in your hands and that the greatest investment you can make is in yourself. If you're unhappy with your life, the change depends on you. Enough stories, enough excuses. The next step is to act. Decide to be different. Be the owner of your financial life. Only then will you truly be able to leave poverty behind and live the life you've always dreamed of.